All right, babe. So today we are going to be working on our radiance through energetic chi channels. Um, we are going to be working on the kidney meridian, the bladder meridian, and the adrenal glands, which are responsible for our radiance. This is responsible for our vibrance. And this is a cross between a yin class, but this is a more interactive yin class, not one that's going to kind of dip you into that meditative state. So just allow yourself to just take these postures as they come. Be patient with yourself, okay? So we're gonna begin with our legs out long in a straddle-like position. Y'all got like a crotch shot here. I like to bring one hand in front of me and one hand behind me and kind of lift my seat. You might also need to kind of lift that extra flesh from underneath the bum. Feet are flexed. Now you might already be feeling this, right? This is intense. Now you're gonna bring the hands back behind your head and almost close and hinge at the hips as if you were a book until you can't anymore, and stay there and breathe. The kidney meridian lines are in the inner thighs. Breathe. Notice how far you've gone. And then gently come up. And we're going to massage the back of the neck here on both sides. So you can bring one hand in front of your head and just get in there, like towards the base of the spine, get into all those little nooks and crannies, massage that area. Do it on both sides. And then bring the hands back behind your head once more. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward, and see if you've gone a little bit further. Stay and breathe. Inhaling, come up. And now we're going to touch on the liver meridian. So you're going to bring your right knee in. You're going to get your 4 fingers, place them right above the ankle. Get your other 4 fingers right above the ankle. And then you're going to add a thumb at the end of that pinky. And right in this general area, there is a pressure point that taps into the liver. And the liver is what processes anger and what processes a lot of energy. And even when you're pressing on this point, you're probably like, fuck, right? Because it's intense. It's breathing into that space and also releasing a lot of that tension in the liver area. So just closing your eyes, applying pressure to the space. And then switching the legs, bringing the left knee in. So 4 fingers right above the ankle, 4 fingers right above those, and then a thumb. And then you're gonna get into that little nook right there. Apply pressure and breathe deeply. You're releasing a lot of energy here. And then inhale, come back into that straddle, bring the hands to interlace behind the back, feet are flexed. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge forward. See if you've been able to get a little bit deeper and breathe. Let that breath in kind of lift you out of the pose, and the exhale sink you a little bit deeper. I kind of like to sway from side to side. Beautiful, coming back up. So keeping the hands where they are, you're gonna turn to face the right leg and you're gonna fold down, okay? Now, what we're going to do here is we're gonna twist and try and look towards the right. It can be a bit challenging. And then exhale, forward. Inhale, twist. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, twist. Exhale. Keep it going. Last one here. Hold. You're going to feel that deep stretch in that left outer hip area here, kind of in those love handles. The love handles represent our gut. So if you have love handles, there could be some stagnant energy in the intestines. Breathe. Notice how when you breathe and you soften, the intensity gets a little less intense. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we're going to twist over towards the left leg, dip it down, and we're going to do the same. Twist towards the left this time. Exhale towards the front. Exhale, hold, twist, open. Feel that stretch here on the right side. Breathe into it, soften into it. Beautiful. Come back to center, keeping the hands behind the head. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge forward. See if you've been able to get a little bit deeper. Woo! And then once you're there, bring the forearms down, bring the hands to heart center, keep the feet flexed, close the eyes, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and settle. If you can make it all the way down to the floor, go for it. Just breathing in and out and imagining that breath moving on the inner parts of the legs and the thighs. Opening up these channels, opening up any stagnant energy. If you want to attempt to try and bring the head down a little bit more, you could stack the arms or bring a pillow if you have one with you and drop the head. Last 5 breaths. And then inhale, pressing the palms into the mat. Sitting up, the easiest way to get out of this posture is to bring the hands back behind you, tuck the tailbone in, release that tension, and bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze. Bring the bones just above the eye on the knees. Create some pressure there. Close the eyes. Coming up, making your way onto your belly. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. But before we come into Sphinx pose, we're going to strengthen the kidney area and the adrenal glands that rest right above the kidneys. So the adrenal glands are responsible for our stress hormones, and our stress hormones can cause us to gain weight, can cause us to not process and metabolize sugars very well, and can really, over time, exhaust our adrenal glands, and they end up not being able to produce as much cortisol and adrenaline that we need. We're going to stack the hands on top of one another and bring the third eye down onto the mat. We're going to lift the heels up off the mat, and you're going to feel the glutes engage in the lower back. Exhale, bring them down. So as you lift up, imagine you could pull the heels out a little bit, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Kick them out. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Kick them down. Keep it going. A few more. Last one. Holding at the top and pulse out the legs. Pulse, 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 pulse. You've got this. Pulse, 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 release. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Now we're going to keep the lower body on the mat, and we're going to lift up the upper body one time. So this is kind of like reverse crunches. 2. 3. 4. 5. 5 more. 6. After your 5th one, holding at the top, pulse, 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 pulse. Exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. Exhale. Just feel what you're feeling. Relax with the navel down on the ground. And then gently coming onto the forearms. Grab opposite elbows. The elbows should be underneath the shoulders. And as you grab opposite elbows, this is going to tell you the distance of the elbows and where they need to be. Extend the arms out in front of you. Press into the palms. So you don't want to collapse the upper body weight so you're wearing your shoulders as earrings. You want to press into the forearms. Lengthen the heart and close the eyes and breathe into the heart center. We're right now compressing the adrenal glands and the kidneys. Five more breaths. At the end of that breath, gently press into the palms and shift back. Child's pose, big toes touching, melt the heart. Third eye down, massage the third eye. Let that back release. Let the legs release. When you're ready, press the palms into the mat, walk them back, sitting onto the heels. Bringing the hands to heart center, just feeling the buzz in your body. Feel free to do this practice as often as you'd like. Like I mentioned, it is responsible for your vibrance and your radiance when it comes to the physical body. So doing this whenever you feel a little off or a little off track, or maybe not feeling as grounded in your own body, this is a great short practice that you can do that doesn't really require too much energy but makes you feel really good when you're done. Love you.